Hey and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a hot minute since I've made a video, but I'm hoping to get weekly videos out again, if not hopefully fortnightly. Anyway, today's video is going to be on Is This The One? Now the one could be someone you're dating, it could be a crush, could be really anything. It's up to your own interpretation. And to me, the one doesn't necessarily mean the person you're going to marry, although it could be, but it could be the one who's going to help you expand as a person right now, could be the one to help teach you a lesson. Really, it's up to you and what you set your intention for this reading to be. Now, please remember this is a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate, please just move on. Sometimes it's whatever energy you're giving out at the moment. But anyway, let's get into the reading. I've got group 1, group 2, group 3 and group 4. I'm going to give you maybe 10 seconds to focus on which pile is calling to you, or else you can pause the video. Hi group 1, let's get into your reading. So the first card we have is the Prince of Wands, the Star. So the Prince of Wands to me is kind of like moving fast, conquering, taking the courage to go out there and go grab something, especially with the Lion, which is another big sign of being courageous, you know, going forward, giving your all, trying your hardest. So with love, maybe there's someone, you know, you're really deeply into them, especially with like the Star, which is, you know, love, achieving your goals, just, you know, all around happiness, you know, trying to be the best that you can be. So with the Prince of Wands, I kind of see it as also like impulsiveness as well, you know. It's just like a very like really intense love. I've also got these other tarot cards, so we have the Devil and the Five of Wands. So with the Devil, like I said before, with this really intense love, maybe you're really intense, like infatuated with this person, and with the Five of Wands, it's kind of like maybe there's other people biting for their love, or you feel like there's other people who, you know, bidding for their love. So kind of like maybe you're so intensely into this person, you really truly think that this person is the one. They may or may not be, we'll see later on in the cards, but I really get this feeling that you are really infatuated with someone, you really love someone, or you have a really big crush on someone, some sort of like deep connection with the Star. You're just really into whoever it is. We'll move these cards along. We'll go to the Romance Oracle. So attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Card. And passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So kind of with that attraction was what I was getting before, and the passion as well. Like you're really intensely into whoever this person is. It's like, you know, sort of love at first sight, sort of really attracted, but you may be just more on the physical side at the moment. For some of you, I'm feeling like a majority of you, this is a crush more than someone you are currently dating. Just as I get the feeling like with the Five of Wands, there's heaps of people after this person. They are very attractive. But I feel like maybe you're trying to manifest this person, maybe your thoughts are manifesting it, and you're thinking about them all the time. And here we go. And with the Devil, maybe it's becoming too much. It's too much of a love, because with manifesting, desperation doesn't work. You need to, you know, put it out there in the universe. This is what I want. This is what I know I'm going to get, and then move on and continue with your life. Focus on you, focus on being a better person, focus on your hopes and dreams, you know, and just keep reminding yourself, I don't need to worry about that because I'm getting this person, or I'm getting this, you know. And it doesn't necessarily have to be this person. I feel it's best to manifest characteristics of a person. I'm very big on manifesting, and I've manifested quite a lot in my life, but I feel like instead of manifesting a specific person, it is best to manifest the characteristics of that person, or the characteristics you want in a person, and if it's meant to be, it will be, or if not, just keep in mind someone else better is coming along. But we'll see what the other cards say. We have abundance and take action. So now may be the time for some of you who are quite, confident out there. You can take action to maybe, put your interest out there. With abundance as well, abundance is a big word, and like manifesting, manifesting the best you, the best version of yourself. So I'm definitely feeling, not for all of you, but for some of you, taking action could be like manifesting, or taking action could be straight up going and asking this person out. I really get a strong feeling that group 1, most of you are not the people already in a relationship. I'm getting the feeling that this group was people who have a crush or someone interested, maybe even dating, and you wanted to have the official title of, going out. Or maybe you are dating this person, but you want to, be engaged, I don't know, move in, something like that. So I feel like the take action more is, for those types of people. Our next card we have is King of Air. Brilliant, impartial, professional, diplomatic. Speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice. Balance mental and emotional considerations. So I feel like with this card is kind of telling you to think of this in sort of a logical mind, weigh out the pros and cons of, taking action. You don't want to then hurt your heart if they say no, but you also don't want to miss your chance if it's meant to be. So with seek professional advice, it could be that, seek professional, or seek advice from someone who is more like, has more experience in this matter. Balance mental and emotional considerations. So really weigh out the time. And, I feel like go for it. I really do feel like this person, might be the one for you, or it might be the one for you to learn a lesson from. I'm going to end this reading with a card, my angel deck card, Susanna. You are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. So kind of relating that to, is this the one? You could say, maybe you've had bad relationships in the past, and that's why you're nervous, or that's why you're in questioning, is this the right person for me, because of past experiences. But this is saying, go for it. We've got the take action as well. So it's kind of like, I'm feeling for some of you, this person could be the one to, kind of break a cycle of bad relationships. And then for others, it's kind of like, this maybe like your time to manifest. I'm getting sort of a half and half. So some of you may be best to, manifest, build up your own self-confidence. And then the other half, I feel like you've had rough, like, sort of relationships in the past, and you still kind of be reminded of that. So now you feel nervous. But I am feeling like, for the majority of you, this relationship will definitely work out in the favour that you want it to. Hi Group 2, let's get into your reading. So we have the 5 of Cups and Death reversed. So with the 5 of Cups, it's kind of telling me that maybe you're trying to hold on to a situation that's bad for you, or maybe hold on to a crush or a person that's not meant to be just because you really think it is. And with Death reversed, Death upright is about, renewal, and coming to an end, change, fully stopping something and starting something brand new. And death reverse can mean you're trying to cling on to the past. So these changes are happening and you're trying to cling on, whether that be you're trying to cling on to this bad relationship, or trying to cling on to a crush you think is meant to be, or you're trying to cling on to something. I'm getting the feeling maybe you're so focused on whatever this current relationship or whoever this crush is, that you're not seeing that there's someone better suited for you. But we'll see what the other cards say. So we have the Three of Pentacles, and Five of Cups again. So very, very strong 2 Five of Cups energy, and that's from 2 different decks. So I'm getting a sense that you really, really are holding on to someone. I think for some of you, you're holding on to a bad relationship, and then for other people, you're holding on to a crush that's not meant to be. I get that feeling that, I don't know why, I just feel compelled to tell this story. Sometimes I feel like crushes are harder to get over than like relationships sometimes, because you never got that feeling, you never got to see the bad side of that person. You always just saw your crush, you thought it was in your head all this stuff that was going to happen, and like you thought it was going to be perfect, and you never got to actually experience it. You never actually got to see the bad side, or if it was good. So you're kind of stuck in limbo of like, I really think this person is meant for me, and you're so focused on that you're kind of like shutting out everything else. So maybe for some of you that kind of relates. Maybe you're really into a crush and that's all you can think about. It's like, they're perfect for me, I'm perfect for them, we can do all of this, we can do all of that, but you're not actually getting to experience what it's like for them and see the bad sides, because everybody has a bad side. So that's why I find crushes so hard, ones that don't come into fruition, because you didn't get to experience that. You just have in your head all the positives. But anyway, and with the Three of Pentacles, sorry, I got distracted. With the Three of Pentacles is kind of like being distracted by other things. So maybe it could be you are distracted by other things and this has put a damper on a relationship. Or it's telling you maybe go and do other things and work on yourself at the moment. But we'll see what the next cards have. Past life relationship. You have known each other before. And keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type in expectations. This one, I think, fully, and this past life, these cards, like, well, from what I just said with the tarot cards, especially with that keep an open mind, how I said before, with a crush, sometimes you can cling so hard onto someone who you think is right, but they're not. It's just because you play it in your head, you think they're so perfect that you're not actually getting to experience the bad side. And with past life relationship, maybe this can mean it could be a past relationship you've had now, or it could mean the technical phrase of past life. So maybe this person, I'm really getting that strong feeling that most of these are crushes, and some of you might be in a relationship, like I said, but a bad one. But past life relationship, I'm getting the feeling if you are in a relationship, this isn't a person from a past life, but you are with them now to learn a lesson, and whoever, this next person who's going to be the one, they may be from the past life experience. So we have recovery and a year from now. So for those of you, you might be really intense in a crush, but you need to recover, and it's going to take a year for you to sort of, get over the crush or this bad relationship. I am getting the feeling that, the one I feel is someone who you're going to sort of be with for life, for some of you. They're coming a year from now, but really take the time to spend time with you. Take the time to work on yourself. Kind of get that with, the Three of Pentacles with before, being distracted by other things. Study, focus on work, focus on health, focus on whatever it is that is important to you and will help you heal, because you don't need a relationship to be whole. You just need yourself. A relationship is just a nice meaning on the side. Like, you should be able to fulfill yourself, not someone else. And I get the feeling that some of you think you won't be whole unless you have a partner, or you won't be whole unless you have this person you have a crush on. But you don't need anybody. You should be your own best friend. You should feel happy with yourself. And if you don't feel like that, you may need to spend time recovery. Really work on your self-esteem and work on your self-worth. So our next card we have is the Emperor. Organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. So maybe, this can relate back to, working on yourself, working on discipline, working on structure, working on what is right for you, I just feel like, so for most of you, I feel like you're really into this crush, but they're not right for you. I really do feel that you need to spend a year recovering and really working on who you are as a person, being stronger, getting more self-confidence. You don't need anybody at the moment. So our last card is, you have a gift for working with young people, and your divine purpose involves helping, teaching, or parenting children. So with this card, I'm kind of getting the feeling that, working with young people, you might even be young yourself, or you might be a parent. But yeah, so you're good with younger people, but it could even mean, you might go study teaching. Maybe this is what this year of recovery is for. Or studying something that a young you wanted to do. But yeah, I'm getting the feeling, I'm sorry, that this person is not the one for a majority of you. I'm just getting the feeling it's a very slim chance that this person is for you. I do feel some of you, like 2%, this is the right person, and I'm always going to tell the truth on how I feel. I'm not going to sugarcoat these cards and make it seem like it's all good. I know it might, for some of you, it might really hurt to hear that this isn't the person, and you might be like, I'm, wrong, they are, and maybe from a year from now, you'll come back and realise that, I was, these cards were correct. Or else you could come back in a year from now and tell me how wrong I was. But I'm, like I said, a very slim chance, but I am feeling majority, it's not the one, but there's still someone out there for you who was perfect for you. So just keep faith that there's someone always better. Everything will always work out, best case scenario. Just keep telling yourself that. I'm really into manifesting, and that's a phrase I always use. So if one path didn't work out, it's because everything's going to work out best case scenario. So it's just because this didn't work out, because something better is coming along. Hi Group 3, let's get into your reading. So our first card is the Moon reversed, Two of Wands. So I kind of see the Moon reversed as maybe you're not in check with your emotions. The Moon is kind of like your subconscious mind. So kind of like, if you think the world's bad, the world's going to be bad. If you think it's good, it's going to be good. So I'm kind of getting the feeling, like at night, when you can only sort of see, the moon can also kind of mean like everything's not revealed, just like at night. You can't see everything, but you can see sort of like a, sort of a glimmer, an outline. That's why it's your subconscious mind sort of card. So maybe you're not fully checking in on your emotions. With the Two of Wands, that's a really good card for relationships. So it's a really positive card. So maybe it's like you feel like this person could be the one, but you subconsciously feel maybe you're not good enough, or it will never work, kind of thing. So I get the feeling that for some of you, that's the kind of feelings you're getting. You might not be dating this person, but because you have a lot of self-doubt, with your subconscious mind, you subconsciously always just like sort of had these feelings of like, they might be too good for me, like it won't work out, we're too different. But I'm getting the feeling with the Two of Wands, look further, look at how you do fit with this person. Oh, the moon again reversed just like before, so very, very intensely it's telling you to get in check with your subconscious mind, get in check with your emotions. We also have the King of Cups reversed. So it could mean immaturity. This person might be immature, or maybe you might be immature, but just with the reverse. So maybe because of your subconsciously, it could even mean, you just don't feel worthy enough, or I'm kind of getting a feeling this is more for people who aren't in a relationship, but I also do think there's maybe 50-50, so some are, some aren't. But we'll see what the other cards have to say. So we have let go of control issues, allow the situation to unfold naturally. And engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So, like I said before, half of you I kind of get in a relationship and the other half of you aren't. So with engagement, this is a great card to obviously get. It's really positive. I really did feel a positive from the Two of Wands, but the moon reverse was bringing out a strong energy. So let go of control issues. That could relate back to the moon type people. Maybe subconsciously, like I said, you're thinking all these negative thoughts, but you're going to see the world. When you think positively, you're going to see the positive aspects. Just like when you think negative, you're going to see the negatives more obvious. So kind of like when you're going through depression, you feel like there's no way out, you feel like everything's so bad, and then sometimes luckily you can bring yourself out of that, and then suddenly you're like, why was I thinking like that? I kind of see it like that, sort of let go of these control issues, trying to control every situation because your subconscious mind is thinking differently. And then also for some of you who are in relationships, maybe you're sort of like an A-type personality, very want things your way, or the person is like that. And once you sort of work out that control issue, or they work out their control issue, it could lead to engagement. So we have no and success. So two very different cards. So no can mean, I feel like for some of you, when you start getting those subconscious doubts, those conscious doubts, when you start, thinking in your head, oh, this won't work out, or they won't propose, just, straight up tell yourself, stop it. Like, bring yourself out of that. With the moon, you want to bring yourself out from the shadows. So that's kind of like the sun is revealing everything, but the moon, there's something still there that we haven't seen yet. So I feel like you really need to let go of these issues, let go of the stress, and then success will happen. You just need to hone in your emotions, hone in your self-doubt. Our next card we have is Ace of Earth. the inflow of abundance, a promising business adventure, important documents or contracts. So important documents or contracts, again, we could go back to our engagement. But until we get to the engagement, we need to work on ourselves. Promising business venture, it could mean working on you, working on a business you want. The inflow of abundance, when you start thinking more positively, bringing yourself up, good things will happen. That's kind of like, I'm very big on manifesting. So that's kind of like, I feel like what these cards are saying. When you are thinking negatively, it's not going to happen. You really need to take the time to work on yourself. And I do feel this person, from these cards, I do feel this person is the one. I feel like it's a really positive group if you're obviously asking, is this person I'm interested in the one? And I do get from these cards, it is a very strong yes. But for it to work out, I'm getting the feeling that you need to work on yourself. And work on how you feel subconsciously. These are some, like, for some of you, I feel like listening to those videos on YouTube, can't think of what they're called, but you can listen to ones like manifest money, manifest love, manifest confidence, manifest, like, there's a whole bunch of different ones, and I feel like that would be really beneficial for some of you, especially with the moon and the unconscious, subconscious mind, or obviously unconscious as well because you're asleep. But I'm really getting a strong feeling, yes, this is the one. But do you want to be the best version of you for someone else? It's like, would you want someone who's who's only at a 20 when you're at 100 kind of thing? So I'm getting the feeling that maybe you have self-esteem issues, and the cards are really telling you to work on yourself for a wee while. But this person is the one. I'm getting a really strong feeling for most of you. These are really positive cards for your relationship or for your crush, but very, very strongly to work on yourself. We'll see our last card. Time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. Literally what I've been saying. So I'm going to end it here. See you, group 3. Hello, group 4. Let's get into your reading. So your first card is Ace of Swords reversed and Four of Cups reversed. So Ace of Swords reversed is kind of like maybe someone, if you're single, someone new might be coming into your life. And if you're in a relationship, maybe you're going for a bit of self-doubt at the moment. Especially with the Four of Cups reverse, is kind of like looking for new possibilities. I don't feel that for all of you, but I'm feeling for some, like majority of you, you might be in a relationship and you might have been thinking about, is this the one? Maybe I'll, sort of double check, get a bit of insight from others. And so maybe self-doubt is starting to creep in. But we'll see what the other cards say. We've got the Empress reversed and the Lovers reversed. So the Lovers reversed is another one with, instead of loving someone else, start loving yourself. And especially with the Empress as well, it's about working on you as a person. So I'm definitely getting the feeling maybe if you're in a relationship, you're starting to question, is this the person for me? And then with Ace of Swords, if you're single, maybe someone new's coming in. I'm just getting the feeling that this is a group with maybe a bit of self-doubt starting to creep in, and that's why you're looking up a reading, because you might be like, they have all these great traits, I really love them, but I wonder if there's someone else out there. But we'll see what the other cards have to say. So we have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So for those of you who are going through self-doubt, you may already have the one. And for those of you who have a crush, I still get the feeling that they're still coming in. But then for some of you as well, your crush might be the one, obviously. Be the one. Says it on the card, exactly what this reading is about. So, calling in your soulmate. I'm feeling for those of you who were single, it's time to start, manifesting, like it says here, visualizing, really, making it known to the universe that you are where you think you're ready. Always say to the universe, I think I'm ready, but I'll take, you can guide me still, because we don't always know what's best for us. Sometimes I'm very big on manifesting, and sometimes you can think, I want this to happen this way, I want it to happen this way, that you sort of forget about everything else, and sometimes things can work out even better than you imagine. So always think, this is how I see it happening, but I will let the universe guide me still. But for those of you in a relationship, for some of you, this is the one. The self-doubt is just teaching you, if love is reversed, work on a bit of self-love, work on a bit of you, because you've found your person, you've found the one who you're meant to be with. But I said it in group 3, your person might be at 100 and you're at a 20. So I'm meaning, like, would you want to date someone who was at a 20 while you're at a 100? So really working on your confidence, working on your self-esteem, working on your self-worth. I'm getting the feeling, for most, you've really, this is the person for you. But really take time for self-love, take time for you. If, your soulmate will wait for you. So our next card is listen to your intuition and in the near future. So definitely for my singles, like I said before, the Ace of Swords, someone's coming in soon, and they are going to be your soulmate. It is going to happen soon, it's going to happen in the future, so take the time listening to your intuition, take the time working on yourself. That's for everyone, those in a relationship, and for my singles. I'm getting a very, very, very strong call. It's time to work on self-love, it's time to work on your ventures, work on what you want at the moment. Listen to your intuition. There's a very small chance of some of you this isn't the one, so take time. It may even be they're not the one at the moment, but they are in the future. You always hear of those stories. Just recently I heard the story of a woman. She'd had 3 marriages. She just got back together with the first husband. So sometimes you did have the one, but they weren't the one for you at that stage, but they are, your soulmate. So I'm definitely getting a feeling that maybe even for some of you in a relationship, maybe you should be single for a while, but then come back together when you've both grown, or else you can still be in the relationship. But I'm getting a very, very strong feeling to work on you as a person. And like I said, that's for everyone, singles as well. Because how are you going to bring in your perfect match when you're not, you're feeling bad yourself, when you're thinking negatively, negative sort of happens. So negativity breeds negativity. So I just really get the feeling, work on yourself, work on self-love. I get the feeling that this group isn't that confident. Maybe that's why you're looking for reassurance as well. Like when I said earlier, maybe you're weighing out your options. I feel a lot of you have really, really low self-esteem, and that's why I'm getting the feeling that the cards want you to work on yourself. Your soulmate's always going to be there. You could be single this whole lifetime, and they're there the next lifetime. They're always there for you. So always know that your perfect match is there, but you can't spend your whole life waiting for someone else. You need to work on yourself. When you feel good, goodness happens. Our next card is balance. The need for balance in moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. So for my singles, and for everybody, just wait, spend time with you. Don't even worry about, don't even worry about it. You're gonna meet your soulmate. It's in the cards. This person could be the one that you're with if you're in a relationship or if you have a crush. But it's just about taking time for balance, taking time for moderation, taking time for yourself. Just balancing out. I'm getting the feeling some of you are quite, only some, but you're quite really intense about this relationship. That sort of other things are starting to fall behind. Other dreams are falling behind. So our last card is Yvonne. You have a special bond with animals. Your pets on earth and in heaven are watched over by angels. So that's a really nice card for all the animal lovers. Maybe the person you're with is an animal lover, or maybe your pets. It's always nice to know that. I feel like guardian angels can be human or animals. I like to think of my pets watching over me. So maybe you're going through, I feel like your confidence is so low at the moment. Maybe spend time with animals. They show you unconditional love. They're so pure and they're just so perfect. And your past pets are with you while you build up your confidence. I'm really getting the feeling that this group has very low self-esteem. So I really want you to, work on yourself. You are going to meet you have the one, you've met the one, or the one is coming very near in the future. But it's not something you should be worrying about right now. Just worry about you as a person. Worry about your self-esteem. Worry about your self-worth. I really feel that, it's in the cards. The one is there. So take the time, you've got it in the bag. You've got that person. They're coming. Or you've got them. So now's the time to really work on you as a person.